Hello, you're at the Sheldon Library, and I'm talking to you from rainy day. Thank God, huh? This is our Sheldon Library. I'm the library director here, Valerie Clark. Some of our benefactors and sponsors early part of the year, 1792 to 1895 were some of the first residents.
Who's the one on top?
The one on top is Harold Marison. And then Jonathan Northrup and Deborah Mitchell Northrup. And they also are connected to the Fairfield Library.
Oh.
But in 1899 they did, endowed a $3,000 fund from Jonathan Northrup to be invested in the library. And 1952 the library moved to a newly built office which was on this lot. I can remember as a child coming to it. It was still very small, but prior to that many places in the village housed the library.
Oh.
We have it in our book of Sheldon, and many different people just had it in there. They were the librarian at that time, they were called. And they had the libraries in their homes. It had been at the school at one time. This new building that we're in now was built in 2012.
So it's really new.
It's fairly new, yes. But the older building was a much smaller space than this. Metal shelving, a lot of reference books back then because of course you didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
But those phased out and gone into more reading literature. We still have some nonfiction, which and Vermont books and biographies, which people from time to time like to read and reference.
Do you, as far as Vermont books are concerned, do you have a lot of Vermont authors donating books to you, or do you buy them?
We do, and we also have had, so far we've had 3 Vermont authors come and do our book clubs. We read their books during our book club, and then they've come back and done a review of it. The authors that we've had here so far, we've had Trish Esden from Fairfield, Stephen Russell King, and we've had Donna Ray Menard. And they've come and they've talked about what it's like to be an author, what it takes to be an author, and about their books.
Does it draw much of a crowd?
It does, quite often. Stephen Russell Payne, I think we had about 20-something at his.
You got room in here for the...
We do that in our boardroom. We have a boardroom that's accessible most times to anybody within the building that's doing something. You just book it ahead, and that's where we have the larger events. We also have our book clubs there, and then we will have our sewing club in there. And if we have, sometimes we have a programmer that comes in and does instructions. We use that room also. It can go up to about 30 people comfortably.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're doing. If you're just having a lecture or something, 30 is comfortable. But if you're doing some work, or if you're doing much crafts or anything of that nature, you need maybe 20 at the very most in there.
It seemed to me that you were did a lot with crafts here, or is that just my imagination?
No, we do on Tuesdays when the kids usually come when there's vacation time. We have a craft day and a reading day on Tuesday for young children. Our sewing and craft club, we do sewing one month and then we'll do craft another month. And quite often throughout the year we'll have an art instructor come in and they do youth and adult painting, and that's done in the boardroom. We'll have a pumpkin event in the fall, and around the holiday time we usually do a holiday craft that adults usually come in for that.
Are they well attended? I mean, it sounds exciting to me.
Quite often. Most of our events that are in-house here at the library draw anywhere from 10 to 20 people, and if we have it off-site, we have it down at our fire station. They've been very well receptive with us going down there. They fix it all up. They take the fire trucks out so we can have room. And we can have, we've had as many as 92 for an event down there.
And the population is about how big here?
I want to say around 2,300 if I remember right.
So that's a good chunk.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of them come from other areas too. We have local libraries. Whenever we have an event, we'll post it at some of the local libraries also.
And I understand from talking to other librarians, like if you want a book that's in St. Albans, you can just call for it and they'll send it up.
You actually go through what's called Clover. It's on the internet. It's a courier service. Some people have the courier service. We mail ours back and forth, but it's called an ILL, an interlibrary loan. You find what book you're looking for or what the patron's looking for, and you ask them to send it to you.
Oh,
And they will, us as well, when they need a book.
so
And that's the region panel?
you only have so many books, but you've got thousands of books.
Yes, because there could be just one book, say, on
Okay, so it'll be on.
Alzheimer's or autism that somebody wants, and you don't want to have 5 or 6 of it, and you can't afford to have that many in your library, or what have
Yeah.
you. Other libraries have them, you can get them that way.
That's great. Do you have audiobooks?
We have audiobooks, we have videos, we have all kinds of lendable items. We have backpack kits where people can go out and forage and do bugs and telescope, microscope, all kinds of things. We have, if we get winter snow, we have snowshoes that we can lend out,
Oh,
and sleds for children, and snow blocks, and all types of things to play with.
that
They're all
sounds real
lendable.
exciting.
They're all lendable. We have puzzles, we have, oh goodness, puzzles and games and all types of things that we lend out to people, because sometimes they have company and they want an extra thing to do for the children. So,
Now, on some of the libraries, they have remote little,
yeah,
I forget what they call it, but it's,
they're called little libraries. We
Little
have one
libraries.
down near our historic society, down by the mill, the grist mill, and you can just go there and take a book or leave a book. Yep, little libraries.
yeah, they sound really good because, you know, a lot of rural.
They are, and then the libraries not, most of the libraries that are rural aren't open 5, 6 days a week. So
True.
that gives a person or a child or somebody an opportunity to get a book whenever they want.
So if they wanted a book, specific book, you probably could drop it off there for them.
No, usually we do that here because those books have to be returned by mail or by the courier.
Oh,
They're tracked by the state, so you want to make sure that those
Yes,
have
they are.
control.
I noticed you have books, free books out there.
We have free books, we have free puzzles, we have free literature, we have all kinds of things that people can pick up. During COVID, we had free craft kits every week for parents to come pick up for their children.
That is
And
exciting.
it was a great asset for them because they could have 15 minutes of time that the child was busy and that they could get something done and have some personal time. From time to time, we still put things out there for craft kits, but not as regular as we were during COVID. But we often,
Can I take a picture?
sure.
Just take a quick
Go all
video.
around. This is our front of our library where we have our juvenile section, our kids' books. And we have a little kids' table. That's where they do all their craft story time activities.
Uh-huh. And I see this painting on the wall too.
That's our reading library. This summer we have a summer reading program.
Oh,
And each summer they have a theme for it.
now this looks really active for the younger group. This table with a bunch of stuff out.
This right now is back to school, and in another month or so you will see all kinds of gift baskets on there. After our craft show, we set up our basket raffle. We have an annual basket raffle. We have anywhere from 8 to 12 baskets. They're priced around $40 value, and then we have a raffle. They could buy the tickets and put them in whichever jar they want, and then the first or second week of December we draw out of each jar, and that's what they win.
Whoa. I noticed something just when I was doing there. You have some supplies for young toddlers and
Yep.
families.
NCSS provides those. It's a diaper program. There's diapers, baby wipes, a few toys, different things like that. Sometimes they've supplied us with blankets and jackets for toddlers. And those are available whenever we're open for the patrons to come in and help themselves at no charge to anybody for us.
And then you have COVID packs.
Yep, we have COVID.
And this is a lot of games and
These
food.
are some of our games and puzzles that are lendable. We have a Cricut machine and we have a sewing machine which patrons can come in with their supplies and we help them. They can use them right in the
Okay.
library.
For dumb videographers, what's a Cricut machine?
It's a die cut machine. You can take paper and make shapes and cards, all different types of things.
Oh, wow. So it's not like a sewing machine? It
No,
cuts?
sewing machine's over that way, but the Cricut machine is a die cut machine. You put papers into it on mats and it cuts out different shapes. You can make cards, you can make graphics for walls, letters, all different types of things. Whatever you think of, you can create with it.
Wow. That is amazing.
And they just bring in what supplies they want to use it with, and they,
And you said sewing machines are over here.
right on the second fixture to your left.
Trying to avoid taking a picture of the ugly videographer.
Yeah, up at the top.
Oh, yeah.
And every Wednesday, there's usually two of us in here. If somebody has a problem with their machine, or they want to learn how to do something, they can come in and we'll help them clean their machine, make sure it's running well, show them on this one if they want to use this one, they can use it if they don't have one. And there's usually two of us here that can help, one of us can help them.
Now, if somebody wanted to donate a sewing machine or something like that, is that doable?
Yep, we will take a donation if somebody wants one, because either we use it in our class or sometimes there's a patron that maybe wants a sewing machine, doesn't want to invest in one, but wants to try it, so we will pass it along to them.
I know nowadays, when you take an estate or something like that, there's a lot of things that, so just if you think you got something in the estate, you don't want to do it, just talk to you.
Yep,
Fantastic.
because sewing machines can be pricey. If you've got an older one that still runs, a lot of people, if they're not knowing whether they're going to like sewing, it's nice for them to get one handed to them, and, you know, not cost, and they can buy their own expensive one later if they really think they like it.
Yeah. Now this looks like video.
Those are our DVDs, and then right next to them are our audio books.
Oh,
And then around the corner from that is where our nonfiction, juvenile, and adult books are.
I see there's your snowshoes.
Oh, yes, yep.
Hopefully we don't have to have them because it got so much snow you can't even walk.
Last year we had a few checkouts. The year before we didn't have any because just didn't have much snow. They came in, we had a master gardener from the state come in and talk about planting in the spring. We had the books that they could purchase or a package of seeds, which they had like 10, 12 packages of seeds and a package of fertilizer. And then that was the companion planting book that they could purchase if they wanted. And he gave us tips on gardening and different ways to tell your seeds good if they're not good. And very educational. We had laser tag as a summer event this year.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much non-contact, but the kids absolutely had a ball. They enjoyed it immensely.
Oh yeah, that sort of a thing. I seen paintball, like go by a paintball place on my way home from another job, and the fanatics.
Paintball can be a little rough, but the laser tag, there's no contact.
Yeah, no contact, no splat,
Kids-
but still it's much fun.
They had a ball. We did it down in by our Sheldon school. That's what they call the Sheldon Woods. And there's paths up through there that are all marked, and that's where they did the laser tag. Usually we have 3 events through the summer. This year we had a magician, we had a laser tag. What was our 3rd event, Erin?
Inflatable dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, Dino Man.
Can we introduce Erin?
Yeah, this is Erin.
Hello.
She's one of my assistants. Yeah, we had the other 3rd event was Dino Man. They have these very large blow-up dinosaurs.
Oh,
And the guy comes and he talks in a paleontologist form. He tells you all about the dinosaurs. And the kids were just enthralled, especially by the large animals when they blew them up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they got to take pictures with them and learn all about dinosaurs. So we've
There's
had,
something going on here.
we always have at least 3 events in the summertime. And then we have different things. This fall we're having a pumpkin event. We're having the craft show. We have a youth middle school book club that's going to start in October. We have usually a cookie or holiday party in December. We're having Mr. and Mrs. Claus this year.
When is your book party at?
The kids' book party, we'll get the book on the 15th. It's the new Wimpy Kid book. And that's going to be handed out. And it's a good deal for the kids. They get the book, and if they come back to the review the next month, then they'll have a pizza party, and they get to keep that book for their own library.
Wow. And then you have a book club, I
An
understand.
adult book club, yes. That's
Yeah.
every month or every 6 weeks.
Do they teach how to write, or they just read?
No, it's just a book review. You know, we have anywhere from 10 to, we've had as many as, I think, we have 17 active members. And we've had as many as 13 at one night.
Now, can guests go to somebody say, oh, gee, I'm not sure I want to get in a book club?
You come and meet us all, you have snacks with us, and you'll hear us talk about books and different books we'd like to read. You're going to want to be in the club. It's a very laid-back group, and you know, we're not real rigid as how we're going to review the book. We just talk about the book, what we like, what we didn't like, what we'd like to do for another book. This next month we're going to do a swap. Everybody's going to bring in 2 of their favorite books. We're going to put all the books on the table. Each person is going to go up one at a time and pick a book that they want to read next. And when they come back the next month, they'll find out who read that book already, and then they'll discuss it with them.
Oh,
It's
wow.
kind of a mystery swap.
I know there's, like, being a senior, I see an awful lot of lonely people that just sort of sit there. And if they got involved, they have a lot of friends.
Yep. We have people along the way, some different people that we can pick up if they want to come that month. We've offered rides. There's 2 of us that come different ways, and we will pick them up if we need to. And we started a senior day once a month. If some senior needs a book and can't get out, we'll pick it up and bring it to them.
Oh.
And the next month we'll come back and get that book and bring them a new one if they'd like. They just need to contact us, and we'll do a delivery service in Sheldon for them.
Fantastic. And then if they're a little hard to read, do you have the large print book?
We have some large print books, plus we get them from the State Able Library. We have a selection that rotates every 3 months that we send back and forth with them. And they give
So if
us some
somebody
supplies.
likes a book but they can't read it, they can say, hey,
We can always check out the ILL library and see if we can get a large print through them also.
and then this is probably the same way with audiobooks. If it's something that's in an audiobook and they can't read. I know some people
I
that
haven't
have
had
trouble.
the ILL, I think only one audiobook so far, but they would be available, yeah. And we also have what's called the Palace program. It's for all state libraries. They can go on there because they have a library card through their library, and they can check out books for a certain amount of days, or audiobooks, and they can listen to them or read them like you would on your Kindle. Only it isn't going to cost you anything because it's through the state, and it's called Palace.
PALACE.
It's all libraries can get that. So, and it's no cost to the library or no cost to the patron.
Now, to me it sounds like a crazy question, but I know that some of the readers, some of the viewers might want to know, does it cost anything to join the library?
Not our library. There are some libraries that do have a fee. Sheldon Library, like the Highgate, Franklin. Most of the local smaller libraries do not charge a fee.
They
Or
just-
nor do we charge a fee for a late book if it's 2-3 days late. I can remember when I was a kid. In this library, you used to have to pay 2-3 cents if you were late on your books.
Yeah,
But no, we don't charge any fees.
that's good. Anything else you want to tell your people? We're trying to make each
Well,
section a half an hour.
every November we have an annual craft show. Ours is going to be in its 34th year this year.
Ooh.
And we've started partnering with the Unguided Motorcycle Club. It's down in Sheldon Junction. It's not your Wild Hogs motorcycle club. It's a very nice motorcycle club. They do lots of good community events. And this is the second year we're partnering with them. We're doing the kickoff at our show, and you bring in a canned good or non-perishable product, and the donations go to the Interfaith Sheldon food shelf up here.
So
And we're
Sheldon has its own food shelf.
It does. We're collecting that day, and then we're going to have bins here through that next week. People can drop off their items, and then we'll ship them up there. We're also, the day of the craft show, if you bring in a non-perishable item, you can enter a raffle for a $50 Visa card. So you get to see lots of nice crafts, you get a chance on a Visa card, and you do something well for the community. So
Yes.
it's going to
You
be a
wouldn't
great
think a
day.
small thing would need a food shelf, but nowadays it's different.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't have the kindly old lady next door bringing you
Well, you might, but
Goulash.
not everybody does though.
yeah, well, back in the 30s that was,
And with all the cuts, it takes some of this pressure off in them, and it's in November, going toward the holidays, where people are spending money on other things. They don't have as much for food, so it helps the community
yeah.
very much at the time they need it.
And you have speakers come in every once in a while for this or that?
Yep, we have different events. Anything we have, we post on our Facebook page. Anything you can think you want to ask, you can ask there, or you can give us a call. All our contacts are on that page.
Uh-huh. I know you got your own website.
We do, yep.
That's neat.
But there's a lot of different events to the winter even that we do. We have, usually during the spring breaks and the fall breaks and the Christmas breaks, we have a painter, somebody that comes in. Usually it's for the youth, but sometimes it's an adult event.
Yeah, because there are some good painters, especially in can come out of Burlington, some really good ones.
Well, we have 3 or 4 local ones that do things for us.
I know there's in the morning on Channel 44, the guy has a lot of photographers for pictures of sunrises or this, or I've seen a couple, 3 hummingbirds that they did. But this is a beautiful place for if you want to have a photography club.
We have in November what's called a photo booth day. And we take pictures. We have a couple backdrops in our boardroom, and families or people can come in and have their picture taken.
Oh,
And we send it by email to them, so they have it in time to be able to do their Christmas cards. It's expensive for families to be able to have a family photograph done.
oh yeah.
This way it gives them a nice photograph, and they can put it in their Christmas cards, and they're all set. And it doesn't cost them
With the
anything.
machine you got up there, you can make your own Christmas.
That too. We're hoping to get somebody to come in and teach people how to do cards ahead of time to go along with the picture that they're going to be making.
That would be great. I want to make sure that I get at least a half an hour in.
Okay.
More is fine. But if you see me looking at my watch, it's because I want to be sure I got at least half an hour to 45 minutes.
So, because they will reduce it down.
Yeah, they'll be cutting.
They can cut this out, but I've got to have a drink. I'm getting a horse.
Yeah. I think this definitely fits as an exciting library.
And we're very lucky to have the town fire department that helps us out with space. Because if you've booked an event and say it rains, you still got to pay the programmer.
Yeah.
Where if you've got the other venue, you can use that and you don't have to worry about canceling your event.
Well, I hope they cut this part out, but Pity Richford, they've got that library next to the thing that's on the hill.
Yep.
Was donated, and it was a house, and it always is a house.
Yep.
You've got a nice spread place. You've got a place to have events,
Yep.
stuff like that. It's you're fortunate. Sooner or later, I'm sure, Richford somebody will break loose, and because there's a lot of empty buildings there they could turn into a library.
The year after COVID, I reached out to the fire department and asked them if we could use the building. And it made it nice because in a summer event we could open all the doors get the chairs spaced far enough apart that people felt comfortable being around other people. It was an open air event.
And you, with a mask on, you're
So it was
closer.
something they didn't mind going to at that point, and then we just kept going there, and we let them know the dates were coming, and if it doesn't conflict with it, we're good to go. And we usually give them a donation every year just to thank them for helping us out too.
Yeah.
But
That's good. Anything else you want to tell your people?
No, that's a lot of information you've been talking about all the time.
we have just three staff members in our library. We have a
Nancy.
trustee board of 5 people, and we have,
Nancy is not staff though, she's a,
no, she's one of my assistants.
oh, okay.
And I have 5 trustees. They are amazing. They are well connected to the community. They help out. They post things. They sponsor things. They get right in there and get their sleeves up and get dirty just like we do.
That's good.
Yeah, and they're very helpful. I'm very grateful to have such a nice board to work with.
It sounds it. I just gotta make sure I put enough. Just barely, I gotta keep going a little bit. Yeah. If you don't mind, I'd like to, yeah, let you say things for another 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, I think one of the favorite things for all of us is when someone comes into the library and they're looking for something new to read, or they haven't been reading a lot in a long time and they just want to get back into reading, but the books that they had to read in school just interest them. So we have a chance to talk with these patrons, find out what's interesting for them, or sometimes it's some parents or guardians that are trying to engage their younger learners in reading, and which is one of my favorite things to do, and to take a look through the sorts of books we have for different levels of reading.
How soon
and
would
make
you
a nice
want a kid to start coming to the library?
Well, they can come, the infants can come. We have, so in addition to our story time that we run every Tuesday morning, whether there's one person, it's for all ages, whether there's 1 person or 8 people, we'll run story time and a craft. But we also have a new baby book program, and when you have a new baby born in Sheldon, you can come in and pick out, we have a collection of books you can pick out, and those books come in a pair. And when you choose a book in the name of your child, one of those books goes home with you with a special welcome plate in the book, and the other pair, the other book stays in our library, and it says the book is here in honor of child's name and the year they were born. And it's really fun. Now we have kids who are probably 4 or 5 years old, and they come in and they open a book and they see their own name in the front cover of a book. And there's a real sense, a fantastic power to that. The sense of ownership and belonging they gain by seeing that there's a book because of them in the library for other people to read. And I think it's a very, very small, very small thing that we do, but for the kids and people who it affect, it's really great. Actually, one of our trustees, who is now an adult, there is a book with her nameplate in the front, which is fantastic. So that was, that book has, been there for more than 20 years.
And then we also had that summer reading program. This year, we do a summer reading program where we have creamies donated or partially funded by a local shop, and the kid comes in, they bring their 5 books in that they've read, they get the creamy coupon, and they also get a ticket to put in one of the prizes that we offer for the summer. There's 3 prizes. One was a gift card to the Eloquent Page, one was bowling at the Dairy Center, and the other one was a movie ticket to the movie theater in St. Albans. We keep everything local, and that way they could put their ticket in that. At the end of the season, they get a chance to win one of those prizes. But I also, every 5 books, and over the summer, most of the kids, by the time they get done reading, they've read 700 or more books in the summertime.
700?
Yeah, we track it because we know how many coupons there are, and we know for every coupon we've given
5
out,
books.
someone from our library has read our 5 books. So if we have 100 coupons,
That's 500.
and they've all read 5 books each, it all adds up.
Well, I know you were doing a survey on it. It sounds like, I've been an accountant, that sort of a survey is challenging. But
It's called the Summer
important.
Reading Challenge is what we call it, and It's ongoing, so it's not just at the end they get a prize, all through the time that getting them coming back, and then at the end, who gets the grand prizes, and we do a live drawing, and then we announce the
Does
winners.
anybody ever walk up from the spring?
Not from the springs. Sometimes they come up on the bike trail, but not walk up from the springs. It makes it a little more unique than some libraries. Enosburg, Franklin, it's right in the village and connected to the
Yeah.
schools. Ours is a bit away, so we have to work a little harder to make sure that we're getting connected to the school.
So it sounds like it's worth it when they get here.
Yeah, it is.
So I think one of the most important things with the young children and story time, when you walk around this library and many other libraries, there'll be a little activity center with, it just looks like just toys, but they're all developmental, and it allows for those very young pre-readers to engage in something and know that the library is a fun place to be, even though maybe there's some older siblings that are sitting down and reading a book or listening to a story, but to just have it in your mind that the library is a positive place to be, a fun place to be. Now that we don't have those fines like Valerie was talking about, when we used to be worried about your nickel and dime for being
And
late.
you couldn't talk in the library.
Oh, yeah, I do.
No, there's no quietness in our library most of the time.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
good.
Libraries have really changed. We're really a community place, and you've heard Valerie list all of the events and the things, our library of things we have, so like the snowshoes and everything that we've discussed. So that
You say
is
you have
a
people play
resource.
games, you have a chess club or anything like that? Or-
Not set out on a day and time, but we have some families where the kids make dates to meet here at the library and play certain games.
Do they play cards here or not?
Not usually.
Not usually.
We have a lot of board games that circulate
Yeah.
here, and that tends to be the big hit.
Oh, yeah.
Or every once in a while, there's a Lego bin we'll pull out if they've got some really older siblings that want to do something on
And
their
some
own.
days she'll come in and they've got the big floor puzzle all out on the floor, and they're putting the puzzle together.
What's the floor puzzle?
It's just a big, large piece puzzle, that's designed for younger children, and it goes out on the floor, and it's maybe a 3x4 huge puzzle that they put together on the floor.
But the kids can visualize.
It's
it
usually the
better.
kids and one of us that put it together with them.
Yeah.
For the last few years, the kindergarten class at Sheldon School has come on a field trip.
Oh,
And so they have a chance to come visit the library, and they visit the Historical Society down
down
across
at
the
the
bridge. And they just come in and have a story time. We have a bit of fun. Valerie reads some stories, I read some stories. They take a little tour of the library and do a craft. It's
no, I didn't ask, but I need to. Does the school have its own library?
It does.
But it's a different sort of a place.
They have some of the same types of library books that we do. It's a quiet library, because of course it's in the school.
Yeah.
But different classes go in at different days, different times, and they get to pick out their books per week. Yep.
And they probably have a lot more reference books.
Well, actually, there's so much is online, and schools have a goal of making sure that students understand how to access that information in a safe way. We have a little bit less of that. Not everyone has all that access to online resources at home, so that's why we do have the public use library, but we find that most of the students have a good access to that through the school,
Yeah.
so we can do some other things here.
Yeah, we offer printing though, because like I said, they can use the computer, because some people don't have one at home. But a lot of times we have people that come in and want to print things because they don't have a
Yeah,
printer.
see your
Yep, we have a chart.
copies. and-
Yep.
One of our biggest sections for resources, nonfiction, is our Vermont history section. We have over 150 titles that are dedicated specifically to Vermont history, and whether it's history or development of the towns and important people, or it might be nature, hiking the trails, information about birding specific to Vermont, and we have a special section for that.
How about railroad?
Yeah, actually, we have a 4-volume set on the railroads as well, and I'll be happy to show you that.
Yeah.
And then we also have all the town, each town has a book about its history. So if, say you're in Sheldon, but you want to know about something in Richford, we've got a book on Richford, we've got one on Fairfield, and then one on Franklin, and one on Berkshire. So you can come in and learn out about another town if you need some facts.
How many libraries do you have in this county?
Oh, boo, 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 boo.
We'd have to look up that statistic.
We had
most towns.
people coming in the other day, and they've been doing libraries and going to different libraries, and they've been doing it for, I think, 8, 9 years, and they have been to 95 libraries so far in Vermont.
Yeah, but I mean,
In Sheldon,
in our viewing area.
in let me see, Franklin, Berkshire, Highgate, Swanton, Sheldon, Fairfield,
St. Albans.
St. Albans.
Gotta say St. Albans.
I can't remember if Milton is in Franklin County, Georgia.
So there's maybe a dozen.
10, 12, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And
visiting a lot of them.
yeah, there are.
But I wanted this one
And they're
first.
all different, each one is different.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Franklin, I have worked in the Haston Library.
Who's the guy that, back a few years ago, was the librarian? He was a guy, and that was the first one I did when I was doing Glimmers of Gold in the Sea of Green series. I only got to do 2 or 3 libraries, and then they said, you've got to do your own editing, and I said,
Which library are you asking about?
Holton, it's a Holton Library?
Haston?
Haston and
Franklin.
That'd be
Franklin.
Josh,
Yeah, Josh.
Josh Warman, yep.
Yeah, if you see him, tell him I'm back at it.
I will tell him.
I probably have to go back to them again because it's a different feeling. That this is an exciting library.
It is, we do a lot of different things, and
Yeah.
from when I took over about 7 years ago, there's just so many different things now, it's just unbelievable. And always doing an event, always planning the next event.
Yeah. And the event sounds easy when you're going to it, but not when you're planning.
It takes planning, and you can't just throw it together and have it work, but you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of the patrons really enjoy it. We had a camp out, and the kids come and they make s'mores and they play games outside, and different. We have a scavenger hunt and things like that every summer, usually in July. It's on a hot day, and you're out there in the heat,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the kids love it.